Okay, great. I guess this is recording. So hello everyone. You're all welcome to this day. Today is a day for celebration, right? And a day to you know congratulate those who started this journey a few months back. I think they started. We have two batches, right? We actually have two batches. I don't know why the rest haven't joined though. So we have two batches. Some started last year, and then due to some inconveniences, they recently completed, right? And then we also have the other batch which started this year, and they've all completed, right? So this is the AWS Cloud and DevOps graduation ceremony organized by SolaviseTech. And I don't know this batch. Which batch should this be? Which number is it? That's something to check. Right now we're just training and going, and I don't keep track of the batch number, the cohort number, right? So that's something to check. Yeah, that's something to check. It's a pleasure to have all of you here, right? Myself, Eric Nyezewiyengfa, the trainer here at SolaviseTech, and also the CIO. And then on the call we have Dr. Samba, the CEO and founder of SolaviseTech, and then we have Kevin, the CTO, right from Kenya. Dr. Samba, Canada. I'm here in Ghana, precisely Accra, right? So it's been an amazing journey. It's been an amazing journey. I won't speak much. I won't say much. I think the students are going to speak for themselves because they've been the one at the center of this, how can I call it, this journey, right? Yes, they've been at the center of this transition. They've been at the center of this formation, right? And it's a pleasure to have all of you here. So for the students that are on the call now, we have Randy, we have Sama, we have Nathaniel, we have, let me see, we have Charles. Yeah, Charles is here. And then who else again? Who am I missing? Right, except I'm not seeing the entire participant list. Right. Yeah, so the other students, they haven't joined yet, right? But it's been an amazing journey. It's really been an amazing journey. So this training, the students have gone through AWS, right? They've gone through AWS, majority of the AWS services, as you would know. And then they've also covered DevOps. They've covered the DevOps tools, ranging from Ansible, Terraform, all the DevOps you can think of, Jenkins, right? Kubernetes, Docker, right? And it's not only been about covering tools. It's not only been about following a roadmap, right? It's been about projects implementation, right? Where they've fully been immersed into learning, into sacrificing time, collaborating, sharing ideas, troubleshooting and all, right? And we're here to celebrate them. So guys, I want us to give a shout out to all the graduates before I hand over to Kevin, before Kevin comes in. Let's give a shout out to all the graduates, maybe by thumbs up, or just, you can just come off mute, just say something, right? An emoji, something to celebrate them. Guys, want to celebrate you. I want to say congratulations, right? Yeah, congratulations. Also on the call here, I forgot to mention the trainer, our amazing trainer, Arieta Augustine, right, from Boya, Cameroon, right? So it's been an amazing journey. It's been an amazing journey with him, myself, and the entire SolaviseTech community, right? So we want to celebrate everyone who has been through this journey and to say congratulations. Congratulations to you. Along the line, we're going to pick each and every one of you to, to narrate your experience, how it's been for you, the ups and downs, the levels and everything in between. Right, so we want to hear exactly how the journey has been for you, the challenges you faced, what you learned, how you think that's going to impact you, and how next you want to position yourself, right? So, Kevin, I want to step in, and then from there, while we're waiting for Dr. Samba, from there we can then, call the students to then share their experience. Call them colleagues. Now we are colleagues, right? So you can then call them to share their experience. So, yeah, Kevin, over to you.
Thank you so much. I want to switch to my to my laptop. I'm on my tablet, but let me do that right now. So that as I do that, because it's pretty easy to do so, I'd like to first of all congratulate each and every person getting to one. You know, the one finish line is always another starting line. I think you've ever seen in what? In the track on the field when people are running and they're having all these athletics, where they started, if you face the other direction, it becomes, or maybe even in the same direction, it becomes the starting line for another race. For example, where they usually finish the 100-meter race can be where other people start their 5,000-meter race. Yeah. So what that means is, as we are here, as you're finishing this particular phase of your learning journey, there were things that you had already built a habit on. You'll see me move around because I'm trying to switch so that I can see this better. So let me just switch here. In a second, it's coming up. Just wait for my camera to come up because I want you to see me better. I don't want to see from below. I'll be very quick on it because I want to listen to you. I want to hear your experiences. Can you now hear me? Yeah. Sorry. I think I look much better. I look like I'm training like a guest.
Right.
And people seem that I'm taking this very seriously. Anyways, as I was saying, like a finish of one thing is a start of another. And at the finish, sometimes usually find it is usually at that point where someone thinks enough is enough, and then they revert back to whatever they were like. If they are not, let's say right now you are used to that time when you're being told the call has started, let us get into the session. You do some hands-on, you do some things, then you're told the call has ended, then you'll meet next time. So you're used to that. But once you're done, the trainer is not there to tell you, let's get onto a session. There's not much accountability. So it becomes, are you continue to be disciplined and build and continue to work on yourself, even when you don't have that call where you're being told, let's get into the session, let's get into these, in that whole controlled environment. So my advice, even as we congratulate for you, is stay hungry. Don't think that you have reached where it's supposed to be. I've been in cloud for from 2022, so those are 4 years. I've done sometimes even don't talk about my certifications. I've done 9 AWS certifications. I've gone to reInvent. I've done so many different things on the AWS space, but still I feel like a beginner. I feel like I have to, there are so many things that are going on in this space. And there's one day a friend of mine reached out to me and I asked him, why did you go to, I don't remember the particular field of study, I think it was risk or something, and leave tech. You hear people say, I was non-tech, then I transitioned into tech. It's so good to hear about those things. But this guy was moving in the opposite direction. And I asked him, why are you moving away from tech to something else? And you know what the answer he told me? The answer was very simple. He told me that I'm tired of learning forever. I want somewhere where it is standard. It is, at least I know this thing will be the same thing for the next 30 years. And you'll not tell me I have to go back to school. I'll be making my money without having to go back to school, without a certification that is expiring, and all these other different things that are going on here. And so those are things that usually hit. So you are doing something that is not many people have the latitude to do. Many people avoid tech because you are forever a student, you are forever a learner. So my word for you, as you get out of this, as you graduate, is stay hungry, keep in touch with your trainer, and your instructor and us, because the only thing I can tell you is that opportunities are with people. You'll see that job posting. The person who will not get it is not really the one who checks all the boxes, but someone who has formed a relationship with there. And it's not about weird connections where you have to pay some money and you can get through to the interview. Not that kind of that. You met someone in a conference, and usually here there's when someone is referred, even their job application bubbles up to the top because somebody has already put their name on the line and has reduced the risk and the hard part of decision making. So ask yourself, if we finish up here, how many of any person out there in cloud and tech can recommend you for an opportunity? Thank you and congratulations. Go get something, and please don't forget to celebrate. Celebrate, please. It does something good for your brain and it does something good for yourself. Please go and celebrate. Don't take it as if it's a small thing. Go and celebrate. Get a cake, tell your family, or even get a hat. If you have a graduation gown, go get it, take a picture, go to the photo shoot. Just do something to just celebrate this moment. Right. All the best. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you so much. If there's one thing I picked from what you said is just feel like you're starting a new journey, right? Yeah, just keep learning. Feel like it's a beginning of another journey. And that's when you realize that everything's going to be interesting, right? Yeah, that's where things get interesting. Yeah, so Dr. Samba is back. Doc, we want to hear from you. What do you have for the graduates for after this month of intensive training, collaboration, troubleshooting, issues here and there? You know, it's always everywhere. So what do you have to tell them?
Thank you very much, Eric, once again for giving me the floor. Thank you, Kevin, for chiming in. Congratulations, everyone who has been through the journey up till now. We're happy to know that you're still here. By the way, they're all off camera. What's going on? Can we have you guys on camera? Not for a day like this. Let's put faces to the names, right? Can you guys be on camera? It'll be great to see you all on camera. Because now this phase is a phase where then you'll be translating what you know to convincing a team that, okay, you can add value to what they're doing. Or maybe you have an initiative you want to push out there with the knowledge you've acquired, now translating into something palpable, right? So you want to put your face out there, you want to put yourself out there. A lot of people have still not gotten that courage to kind of take interviews. They would have the feeling that they need to learn maybe some more for at least the next 2 years before they test the waters. But we really want to appreciate you all because you've been here and you've been consistent. One of the highest things that we look forward to from the start to the end of this program has always been the aspect of consistency. Many people always will start, but a few people will take it all through to the end. And so for us, today's graduation, like Kevin said, is not about you've come to the end of the program. It's about what are the skills that you've been able to build this far. You've learned so many tools, and I would say no company is going to hire any one of us to be able to implement all those tools you've learned. The question is, what are you good at? If you're called up tomorrow to be able to implement something on something that you've learned, or even if it's on a similar tool, are you able to apply knowledge? Are you able to say, oh, I used a similar tool before, and so if they need my expertise on a tool I've never seen before, can I be able to translate and then be able to go out there, do research, know where to find information, the right documentation, and be able to solve problems for companies? Because I use the word solve problems because that's what truly is key, right? There are so many tools out there, and as we almost have noticed, the technology is constantly changing. Maybe by the time you started this training until now, the number of, let's say, AI tools that have been released out there in the market is crazy. It's mind-blowing. Every single day, there's a new AI breakout, right? And so if we don't focus on maybe understanding the fundamentals of what we've gotten here, we would notice that we'll be in that constant loop of trying to learn everything. We'll be in that constant loop of, trying to just learn all these new tools that are coming out there, and not actually looking at how can I implement what I have learned so far. So our greatest challenge will be from now moving forward. What is your next best step? Are you going to go out there in the market, or there are some areas that you think you still want to polish for the next few months, and then you put yourself out there? But for sure, we will never be too prepared. We will never always be so prepared. We need to start, and then we get better along the way. We've been through the training that has gone consistently for a couple of months. There have been some lapses, but then we've been able to cover through the program that we designed for the entire training. And so today we would like to hear from each and every one of us who has been through the program. Here on the call, I see we have Sama Atud, we have Randy, we have Charles, we have Coretta, we have Nathaniel. We want to hear from each and every one of you what this journey has been like. What were your expectations at the start? How was your experience in the course of the training? And what's your next best step going forward? For those who have not started putting themselves out there, we would strongly encourage you. We live right now in an attention economy where the hiring managers, they are looking out for talents. They want to see what we've been able to build, what's our public portfolio like. For those who've not been active, say on platforms like LinkedIn, that's an opportunity for you now to start leveraging and putting yourself out there, because for sure, everybody else can go out there and use an AI tool to generate a CV and say they are able to do this and that. But when they go and check, let's say the work you've been doing, what can they see? That would be a differentiating factor from every other person out there who says they're able to do this and that. What's your GitHub profile like? The projects you've built so far, have you documented them in a structured way that somebody can go and take a look at them and say, okay, I can give you the opportunity now to defend yourself, say in an interview? All of those things matter. So this phase, I would want us to maybe have a one-on-one with the candidates to hear about just kind of a way of you pitching yourself in the next 2 to 5 minutes. Can you walk us through end to end what your expectations were when you started out the program, how it went through for you? Just be very honest, because for sure, we're juggling probably schooling and the training. Some of us were juggling family and the training. There were times when we were about to give up. Just share all of those experiences, because trust me, that's what the real working experience actually is, right? It's not a smooth ride. We are handling so many things, and then we have to work. We're handling so many things, and then we have to make ends meet. By the end of the day, the question is, are we able to still do what we have to do, or what we set out that we wanted to do? So I want to pass it over. Probably, Eric, you can help me coordinate this phase. You can help me coordinate this phase of the session, where we bring each and every student on the conversation, and then we have them share what it's been like for them along this journey, and then we'll take it over from there. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Doc. Yeah, so I'm just going to go right away, starting with Sama. Sama, I have seen you how you're first here on the list. So Sama, tell us exactly what how the journey has been for you, like the challenges that Dr. Sama said. Be very honest, right? If it's family, if it's maybe network, if it's maybe data, if it's whatever, just communicate that clearly, right? What you've achieved so far, what you've gained, what you've learned, and the next steps. So the mic is yours, Sam. And also, before you start, know that this is an opportunity for you to sell yourself, right? The session is recorded. This is an opportunity for you to sell yourself. You don't know who's going to watch this, right? So take that also into consideration. Yeah. Somebody there, your mic is muted. Kindly unmute. We can't hear someone. So let me go to the next person on the list. Let's go to Randy. Randy, why someone comes up? Randy, you're muted.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. Good day to everybody. Thank you so much for this opportunity. This training has gone through 3 phases. Like, I'll explain in 3 phases. The first phase was the introduction, like, you're discovering something new and you're trying to, like, okay, let me just go with it. Then the second phase was the discouragement phase. Yes, that's how I call it, the discouragement phase, because the accumulating the material was on a whole other level. I spoke to Mr. Eric about it, that's why he's smiling. Yeah, we had some little discussions and he kept encouraging me. And I had issues with my laptop, had a lot of issues during that middle phase. It was really difficult. And then I have the pickup phase, the pickup where I was like, I can't just give up. I need to keep going. So I was like, I'll go all in, lock in, and do what I have to do. And it has been one of the best decisions so far. Special thanks to Mr. Eric and to Mr. Ari. Mr. Ari has we have been working together, and I'm learning a lot from him and for myself. Yeah, because our last project, he actually gave me an assignment to work on. I've taken the assignment even and I've tweaked it. I've added a few things inside, and it's taking me time to do the documentation. But when I'll do the documentation, he's going to see what I did. So thank you very much, Mr. Ari. Thank you very much, Mr. Eric. It's been a wonderful journey. So right now, I've already taken a couple of interviews. I took an interview with a company in the UK, Micro One. And that interview was scary. I'm not going to lie, that was a very scary interview. Yeah. So I was like, okay, from this interview, in the number of questions, well, how many questions was I able to answer? Like, what am I supposed to know more? The interview was on, there was one on cloud and infrastructure, another one on DevOps itself. So all of them were really not easy, but I was able to get some of the questions and, study harder and be better. Yeah, so I'm already pitching myself out. I'm already mentally ready, and I'm presently trying to now learn how to code, like going back to the basis of coding, understanding playbooks and all that. But automation-wise, using Docker, Kubernetes, all of those tools, it has really been beautiful. Pushing on GitHub, and the experience has just been wonderful, and I'm really happy about it. So that's just it in a nutshell.
Awesome, fantastic, Randy. I like the way you broke down the different phases of that journey, right? Everybody who has passed through the journey, they've covered that phase. They've passed through those phases. Anybody who has passed through this tech journey, right? Yeah, and what struck me was that your discouragement phase, and everybody has that phase in their life. Everybody. I remember for me, I think what my discouragement phase was when we started Terraform, right? Yeah, when we started Terraform, and it was a bit tough. I'll never forget. Yeah, I think I did show up for like 3 classes, and luckily I had a good network of friends and colleagues, that had to check up on me that what's happening. And then I got back to them and explained that this is the situation that I'm almost giving up. So they called me up, and then they got me back on track. If not of that small group study that I had, and I'm the one that created the group myself, right? So they actually checked up on me, and I was able to pick up. And that's how I found myself completing my own training as well. So everybody passes through that stage, and I'm also happy that you've been able to have a couple of interviews. Yeah, and I encourage you to have as many interviews as you can. If they don't go through, that's fine. every interview that you don't go to is a step forward to you making it in the next one. Right? Yeah. So don't be discouraged, no matter how bad or how difficult the questions are. So just take it as a next step, getting you closer to you making it in the next round or the next interview. Right? That's just it. And I believe you, the confidence you get from failing an interview is more than anybody who hasn't taken an interview. It boasts you. Apart from the confidence, you learn a lot. Yes, you learn a lot. So you feel like actually you're already even ready for a job the more interviews you take. Right? It boosts your confidence. Yeah, so do as many interviews as you have. Go through as many as you can. Right? No matter how bad they come out, don't be discouraged. Right? Even if it's just even at the level of them calling you up for the interview, or maybe just the first round. If you accept it for the first round, maybe like just the general discussion that you usually have, right? Maybe with the HR, those kind of things. If you don't go to the second phase, that is still fine. Right? So just keep on. I believe with you, the way you're going, yeah, it's not going to take long. So keep up. Right? So next, let's hear. Yeah, let's hear from. Okay, we have Charles. Charles, let's hear from you. Charles, you're muted in case you're speaking. Okay, we can't hear Charles. We can't hear him. Okay, Sama, are you back? Sama, are you back?
Hello. Sorry.
Okay, Charles.
Hello,
Okay, great. Yeah. All right.
So it's been a great experience. Started last year, reaching out to Samba and having a new group and then joining and working through the rest of the year. It's been, some days was a little bit hard to join the call, but joining later and kind of watching the videos and talking to a few members, it's been great. I wasn't always on the call. This year has been a little bit challenging, but my goal is to go back and watch those videos and kind of like learn. And then we got this supportive group, so I believe this will be a great chance to keep that connection even after the program is over. I believe that's a great way to keep that connection going. I really enjoyed the program, learning a lot when it started from the introduction, working with different instructors, and then right now we are wrapping up. It's actually been almost a whole year now, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to meet all of you, learn from you, and then grow. This is something that I'll cherish, and I hope that in the future we'll still stay connected. And thank you once again for this opportunity to learn the different aspects of DevOps and a different aspect of the cloud. And I hope that we stay connected on this platform. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Charles. Thank you so much. I know how challenging it's been for you since you're right over there with the time difference, but this is you being able to go through, right? So that is just a sign that, hey, you can cope in any kind of time zone, right? Wherever you find yourself. And another thing that customers or recruiters are now looking for, what I've noticed recently, is that they want to ask your time zone if you can work within that time zone. That's always one of the first things they now ask, right? So you're able to cope within the different time zones. I think it's a plus for you. And just say, hey, the community is here. The recordings are available anytime you want to feel like you want to watch them. Always go back and rewatch, right? Yes, always go back and rewatch those videos. And in fact, in my own training, right, sometimes I see people telling me that, hey, they've gone back to our recordings on networking. That's like years ago, right? They will tell you that, oh, this teacher who took us, they've gone back to those recordings. I think that was last week, right? A colleague of mine. Yeah, they told me that they've gone back to those recordings on networking. So it's an advantage for you to take care of that. And you're still part of the community. More opportunities are on your way. And in case you have any challenge, and you have other opportunities to also share with the community, you can reach out to someone, myself, or Kevin, and let's see how we can also continue helping the community grow, right? So yeah, let's keep going. It's just the beginning of another journey, right? So next we have let me see, Coretta Lino. Coretta, let's hear from you. Share us your experience, how it's been for you, the challenges you've had, the ups and downs, everything, right? Everything in between, and what's next for you. So let's hear that.
Good day to everyone. Thank you
Good
for
day.
this opportunity for me to share my experience. Actually, it has not really been an easy experience for me. At the beginning, it was easy because I'd not started school and everything was going smoothly. But when I started school, I had to adjust the time of the classes with my school program and everything. It became really stressful to the extent that I even missed a lot of classes. But I got to Randy about some of the issues I was facing, and he said when I go through the recordings, if I have any issues, I can get back to him. So it's actually making the work. It's actually making the work a little bit lighter. Apart from the fact that I have a lot of lessons to catch up with, it has really been a wonderful experience working with such a wonderful community, and I hope that along the line I'll continue to learn more from you guys, and a big thanks to our tutors for all the efforts they put in to make us to get to this level.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Coretta. Thank you so much. And once again, congratulations. I know for you it's been really quite challenging, right? I'm happy that you've made this far. But again, the recordings are still there to always go back and rewatch, right? Yes,
Yes,
you
sir.
can go on YouTube. You can go on YouTube and watch recordings, but recordings that are made and designed for you to suit you, they are quite different, right? Yeah, when you join the community and you have class sessions that are recorded to suit you and to match, you know, your level of understanding, they are quite different from what you see on YouTube, right? And that is what SolaviseTech is all about. And one thing to also notice, don't forget to document your journey. Again, guys, don't forget, right? Don't forget. In fact, I was talking to someone the other day and they told me they went to one of our students' profile on LinkedIn, right? And they realized that the students already got a job, right? And from there, they went to our website, they saw how we build the platform, and they were so amazed at what we've done here, right? So don't take your LinkedIn profile lightly. Don't take it lightly, right? Don't take your LinkedIn profile lightly. Take it seriously. Document your journey. Whatever you're doing, put it out there. Let people see, right? So thank you so much again, Coretta, and once again, congratulations. So next, who do we have? Okay, we have Nathaniel. Nathaniel, let's hear from you.
Yes, hi, good afternoon to everyone. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to team and everyone else. I would like to congratulate the tutors as well, for your patience and your time, because I remember there were nights where it wasn't easy at all for you to continuously stay on, even after our usual class, to continue teaching and helping us troubleshoot and get things right. For me, it's been very great. It's been very good for me. I personally, my issues were more personal, and my struggles were more personal than anything else. I'm just very happy that I am able to say confidently that I have learned a lot throughout this process. The best parts that I would mention right now are the hands-on that we do. Yes, the hands-on classes were very, very insightful and very helpful. Yes, I'm looking forward as well. I am still learning. I think I am not done learning. I am going to continue practicing, and looking forward to getting to exactly where I need to get to for now. Thank you.
Awesome, Nathaniel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for for going through this despite your personal challenges, right? Guys, it's not easy when you have something personal that's affecting you and you're still able to show up. It's not easy. Yeah, I'm talking at a personal level, right? Yeah, because most of those things, they actually break you down. They actually break you down. And despite all of this, you are still able to go to the training and complete it. We applaud you and we really acknowledge and celebrate you, Nathaniel. And just to let you know that no matter whatever challenge you are facing, I think you've reaching out to me a couple of times. I'm still here. The entire community is still here. Dr. Samba, Kevin, anybody, anything that you want, we're still ready to help you, right? We're still ready to help you and guide you to, pass through your challenges and get you wherever you want to be and achieve your goals, right? This is a community, right? This is what you paid for. This is the greatest prize that you paid for. It's actually the community, right? Not everybody has a chance to be among, this kind of community, right? You won't imagine how difficult it is to get access to people like Kevin sometimes. Yes, don't mind the fact that, he's sitting here and listening to us and watching you and listening to you. There are people that are trying to get to him, but he's ignoring them or he doesn't have their time, right? Yeah, so I think Dr. Samba is also there and then Augustine is also there. I think it's a privilege actually when you have people around you like this, right? Some people are trying to get to them, but they don't have the chance. They don't have the opportunity. It's difficult, right? So just to let you know that you're in the right place. Whatever you are thinking of getting, always reach out to us first, reach out to Kevin, and we'll see how we always help you, right? So congratulations again. Congratulations, Nathaniel.
Very much. Thank you.
Great. Okay, guys. So let me see if Sama is available. Sama, are you back? Okay, we haven't still gotten to Sama, right? And then the other students who have been joining, probably some emergencies came up and they couldn't make it. So I'll take it back to Dr. Samba. Doc, let's now hear from you, and then I don't know, but before you wrap up, Doc, before you come up, let's hear from the trainer, Augustine. Augustine, how has it been? Yeah, the students are saying that we should celebrate you. Right? I think Asaf is supposed to be here, probably for one or two reasons he couldn't. Yeah, let's hear it's been, Augustine.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening to all from my end. If I say it was easy, I will not be honest with myself. Actually, it's not been easy. It's been difficult. Now, difficult not because you get to teach people, no. Difficult because you being a tutor, I think the highest thing you do is, I think you learn 10 times more than what you dish out. Yes, because most times you get to read a lot, study a lot, just to come and to summarize it to something like this, to dish out so that everybody can understand. So it's not been easy. Coupled with the times you stay awake and repeatedly, actually, you have to attend to your own job during the day and during the night, like talking from my own time zone. You have to attend to the other job. It's not easy, but I think it's also been wonderful. It's been a great experience. Talking, interacting with my colleagues from different time zones, because now they are colleagues to us from different time zones, and listening to them, hearing them. And also it's been a learning journey, because actually you get to learn a lot from anybody you get to teach, especially if you're humble enough to accept that, okay, thank you for this. Especially like, okay, I can pin one scenario of recent, Randy. I learned a lot from him. It's true, he said he learned a lot from me, but now there was one issue he had with the project. I enjoyed the way he maneuvered the project, and I was like, I'm impressed. And I learned something from there. That means in case I have this type of scenario, I can also maneuver like that. So it's a win-win. We get to learn from each other. So I, in as much as you celebrate me, I'll also say I celebrate every student here because I've learned in one way or the other. So it despite the tough moments from both ends, I think at the end of everything, when you can boastfully say I'm done, like I feel like I've dished out and I feel like they've understood. I think that's one of the greatest accomplishments that a tutor can have. I feel like they've gotten the aspect. Yes, so I can boastfully say that I am proud of the students. Yes, despite the difficulty and everything, I'm proud of them. They stood till the end. It's not been easy. I enjoy the fact that Randy divided those phases into three, and when he was doing that, I was laughing because it's like a curve. Like you go up, then you come down, then you go back up. So it's just as Eric said, just like Eric said, it's a normal thing. Everybody, everybody went through that. We, your tutors, before we became tutors, we went through that. Yes. So there's that moment when you're like, this thing is too much. How do I go about it? It's a normal thing. So I just want you to understand that even in your new journey, because in the journey of getting into the, let's say, the field, you're getting into the field, you are now inside the job market. Now, that is what you will face. You will face interviewers who turn you down. You face interviewers who they'll feel like, yeah, you can do it, but because of this, you can. I mean, you face a lot. Yes, but I bet you, no matter what happens, just understand that at this point, you are facing it. Yes, forget about you're facing it. If you fall, no problem, rise up. That is how you should put it in your mind. If you fall and rise up, if anything happens, no problem. Always put it in your mind. If this other person or these people could do it, I can do it as well. Yes. So always motivate. You should be the first person to motivate yourself. Yes. And then one thing I want to just step into, because once I hand it up to Dr. Samba and Eric, I might not talk again. I just wanted to pinpoint something, just something small. Firstly, keep working, keep building projects. Yes, keep building projects. Now you are at that level. Now let's say we are on the same platform. The only thing that differentiates you and me is time. Just the time. Just the time. I've had more time than you have had in this journey. So now we've gotten to that level where we've had that training time, you've learned everything we've taught. So at this point now, based on everything you've learned, try to think, how can I build this project? How can I do this? Put them together. I mean, put everything down, build your own project, a project you can proudly say, I built this project. I bet you can easily remember that project and pitch that project no matter the time. I bet you. Looking at my journey, I think last week I happened to go through my GitHub and I checked. I was like, wow, I had about more than 30 projects that I did this, I left this, I did. I mean, I was like, wow, how did I even come here? So those are the things that if I want to go for an interview, I just go and review one of my projects, understand them, go back, this, and I'm fine. So build your projects. The certification, yes, good, but what makes it, because some managers or HRs will always go to that repository, that public repository where they want to see what you've done. They'll say, okay, share with me your public repository. I want to see what you've done, you've been up to. Yeah. Secondly, I just have 3 points. Never stop learning. Okay, for example, you can see everybody in the team. If you can see in our own team, Everybody in here, because you have your team now. Your group study group is your team. That's your team. Everybody in our own team. You see this person is doing this person is not because they just want they don't think they can use that time for something else. No, but they understand that that continuous learning also builds up your mind, and it helps you to know how to connect things. How can I connect this thing I'm learning now with this one? I think a project can come out from here. Those are the things you keep thinking in your mind. The more you do that, the more you always have that active brain. Your brain does not go to slumber. And lastly, stay humble. Yes, stay humble. If you get hired as a junior engineer, no matter where, there is still that massive gap between your classroom and production. Learn from the senior engineers. Accept faults and always be there. Do not be always there to defend yourself. No, accept I did this wrong. Yes. And then they should see that you are getting better. Yes. Those are the things I just wanted to point out to you. But today is your day to shine. Please go ahead after the session, post online, do everything. In fact, enjoy your day. The Nigerian people say shayo. My brother and sister shayo. Yes. So thank you very much from my end. Okay, bye. Thank you.
Okay, good. So, okay, Prof. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think you actually said some really interesting thing, right? But I think what stood out for me was again the documentation thing, right? The documentation thing stands out, and we're saying this because we need to keep repeating this, right? You know already, but sometimes repeating is just a reminder. A lot of things we know already, but reminding is very important than anything, right? So guys, he has said everything, documenting, staying humble, and keep learning. And that's been the nutshell of what every other person has said, right? So thank you so much, Prof, for for taking the students through. Thank you so much for your patience. Yeah, I think Augustine is one of the most patient person I've noticed. Honestly. Yeah, you're very patient. You're very patient. Yeah, I don't know how you do it, but you are. Right? Yeah. So guys, let's celebrate him. Let's celebrate him. So I'm going to take it back to you, Doc, so that we can just wrap it up, right? And then maybe Kevin, you have something, so I can just wrap me in the next few minutes, right? Let's be snappy, right? So that the students can go and celebrate. It's a weekend. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you so much, everyone who has stepped in. At this phase, the question I keep asking myself is, as we move on from here, we all have learned these technical things. What will be the differentiating factor in the market? I would say is not really the technical things, but it's the non-technical, the soft skills. And I want to say it again. At the workplace, what really will make the great difference is the soft skills, not just the technical things. Because you will notice that even some of the skills or the tools that you think you're not really good at right now, there are companies that will be willing to bring you on board and then pay for you to get trained and become good at those things. The companies have the budget, and they just want to see every company is just a group of people working together. And they want to see if there's some compatibility among themselves. Because all these different tools we've been able to learn, they cannot work on their own. They need the human in the loop, right? They need the humans to be able to tell them what to do, and then they're going to go through that way. So, I'm curious from the standpoint of Steve Jobs, who says that it was when kind of structuring teams in Apple, it was about, can the size of a team be like a group of people that can be able to sit on the table and eat what's that what's this food? This guys, this meal we have to share it in little slices. What's that? It just from my mind. Not a pie. What's that?
What is that?
It's
Pizza. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah, pizza. So, what is the size of your team, of your core team? Just a person that you guys can go to share pizza together. That's your core team that you can work with. And this is very important because now you'll be able to build some relationships here. Can you grow the relationship network for the next 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 years? You never can tell what can come out of it. The size of your core team is like the size that can be able to sit on the table and eat a pizza. So out of this team here right now, who are the 3, 4, 5 persons that you guys can consistently have conversations every week, no matter how busy your schedule is? This has to be a core team does not have to be so big. Sometimes people are carried away by just the crowd. They want to be part of the huge network. But if you have 2 or 3 persons that constantly communicate with you every day, because you guys are constantly getting to discovery calls, constantly putting on to calls, you're taking those interviews, you're checking out on each other. It helps to encourage you to stay consistent and stay focused on the journey. But as everyone as speaker on the team has said, we are still here continuously learning, continuously growing, and continuously open to assist. Don't hesitate to share your resume with us if you want us to take a look at it and give you feedback. We'll be very happy to do that. Don't hesitate to say, okay, if you have an interview that is scheduled coming up, you can reach out to us to have a prep. We can have an interview prep with you before that interview itself, right? Kind of being able to say, okay, we have a pre-selection before your interview for you to know what to anticipate, because you can really know everything that you're really good at, but in that interview, you'll not be communicating what the company is looking for. So it's very key also to know that, hey, if you have an upcoming interview, for example, you're able to communicate what they are looking for, because you have all the great skills, but it's not actually what they're looking for. But how do you communicate for them to see that you are somebody who can still be able to add value and be able to, willing to grow and to learn. So we are here to continuously support you all along the way. And if you've been able to get this, just like Odubatui says, he who says thank you is even asking for more. We want to say thank you for entrusting your time. It's not just your time, it's been your life that you've entrusted with us along this 1 year. And we're happy that we're getting this feedback. We didn't take it for granted. We're able to, contribute positively to it. And so there are many other people out there too that are looking for such opportunity. I was talking to one lady yesterday in Nigeria. She was telling me she's moved through different platforms and she really feels discouraged. She wants to just give up on the journey because, people are not really focused and consistent when it comes to the training. And so she's been observing what we've been doing and she's really been impressed and she's looking forward to joining the program for next quarter. So you have had first-hand experience. I tell people this, you never can tell. There are people here that join because there's some people on LinkedIn that reached out. This is what I trust in. It's not just what I was doing. And then he's happy that he invested time and put that. Daniel was able to connect here. Randy's here because his brother saw what I was doing and his brother recommended. So, but the question is you, can you also contribute to some of that person's journey so that in the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, then we say, I'm happy that I made the decision because this person recommended me. Can you take this information back and do share it with your network? You never can tell. I tell people sometimes, of course, some decision we made, we must the impact of it now, but because of a certain yes we answered to, it could be because of some other person's own destiny. And so if we keep it to ourselves, we don't tell people about it, we never can tell whose life we can positively impact. So let's not keep it to ourselves. We have a training ongoing right now, and we are still open to receive candidates who want to start their journey. So if you have people who still want to start their journey, do not hesitate to share this information with them. They are still very much early in the journey. We'll be happy to have them. We just started, it's been 2 weeks now. We can get up to speed with them and so on. And you yourself, just to say, if you think that you still would want to, get back on the journey, we are happy to to have you, you can still reach out to me, and then we'll have a little conversation around that. You can still get back on it, and then just continue the journey. So thank you so much, everybody, and I'm happy that we've been able to have this conversation. It's not the end of it; it's just the start of the next journey, and just keep pushing it out there. AI is here as well. Push out yourself. Have a plan on how you two want to integrate AI in what you're doing, and that'll be it for me. I'm happy to continue support. Like I said, if you have an interview coming up, that I'll be able to interview lots and lots of candidates, onto different roles. Many of us here have been able to support candidates for different interviews. Don't hesitate, reach out to us. It must not be in the entire team, but we can just book a start session with you, kind of preview on it, and then boost your confidence. You go get it. So communication is a key. It's a key aspect right now. Communication in different aspects. How you talk, how you write is still written communication. It speaks a lot. If you join a team, the way you write on the platforms that they use, the way you talk, it has it goes a long way to your longevity in that environment. So we're happy to continue to support you on that. So thank you so much, and I want to pass it back in case Kevin, you have something to say, and then we can have Eric close the call. Over. Thank you.
Thank you. Nothing on my end. I appreciate it.
Okay, great. So guys, congratulations again. Again, this is the beginning of another journey, and we wish you all the best. The team is here. Everyone is here to help you all along. So congratulations, and have an amazing weekend. Bye, everyone.
Bye. And go celebrate. Tell family, don't graduate in
Thank you. Thank you so much.
secret. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay.